Hi, I'm Julie from Green Acres Nursery and Supply, and here in Zone 9B, these are a lot of options that will work for you that will give you a good tropical look, but it will also be dog friendly and dog safe. Now, for those of you who are watching that aren't in Zone 9B, some of these will still cross over, but please go into your local nursery, local Green Acres, and we can help you get things that are similar that will also work. But these are all dog safe and dog friendly. That doesn't mean that your dog might not be randomly allergic to one of them, but for the most part it should be non-toxic. So for full sun options that are non-toxic to dogs but still gives you that real pretty lush tropical look, these are all really great options. I have fun stuff like Coleonema. This is Sunset Gold Breath of Heaven. It's non-toxic and it's also evergreen, and I actually placed these two like this for a reason. These are cannas. Cannas can do full sun or partial sun. They'll get nice and tall. They'll range between 4 to 6 feet high. They bloom super fast, and then if the winter happens a little too hard, it might freeze them back. So when you whack them back in the winter for them to come back next year, this nice evergreen will be in front to kind of cover it in the winter time so you don't have an eyesore while you're waiting for that to come back. But again, super dog friendly, come in a lot of colors. One of my favorite cannas I have right now is called Cleopatra. Sometimes it's a harder one to find, but they're absolutely gorgeous. They have that black streak, kind of reminds me of Cleopatra's eyeliner. But also they get a flower that's stripy, so it's got like yellow and orange stripes on it, but it's a really pretty canna you can also do in your yard. That is super easy, low maintenance. They do like their water, but dog friendly. Another really fun option you can do are daylilies that come in a ton of different colors. The flowers are technically edible and it's safe for dogs. I have a really pretty yellow one here. I also have a purple one, but they come in reds, peach colors, white, all kinds of colors. But daylilies are super easy, just kind of fill up. A lot of them will die back in the winter, but there are a few evergreen varieties. But it's another good, low maintenance, easy plant. Another thing that comes in a lot of different shapes and sizes that's safe for Fluffy is sedum. These are two of them, but you can tell they really range in variety and style. But this is called Firecracker, this one's called Angelina. But sedum is super safe. It's just a drought tolerant ground cover, so if you're looking for a lower water option, those guys are awesome. Daylilies can handle lower water as well. I also have fun stuff like African daisies. These guys will stay low and spread out, and they come in a ton of different colors as well, and they're evergreen, so it'll still be there in the winter, and so is the sedum. Sedum is mostly evergreen, but they bloom really heavy in spring and fall. You still get some flowers in the summertime, and they don't attract a lot of bees. We like bees, we want to attract bees, but if it's by a pool where you're running around barefoot a lot, sometimes that's not exactly where we want them buzzing around. These guys are pretty good at that, at giving you color, but not a ton of bees next to the pool. I also have other ground cover options like the sedum. This is called Creeping Zinnias. They're just super cheery and yellow, just give you that little pop of color low on the floor, but again, non-toxic, super easy. But that'll be your friend. And then of course I have your traditional hibiscus. These ones are amazing. They look like a sunset, like it's like literally a Hawaiian sunset trapped on a flower. This one's called Hibiscus Spin the Bottle. Super cute, but you have to protect these from the frost or they will not come back next year, and they need a lot of water. Sometimes these do a little bit better in partial sun than full sun. I suggest putting them in just morning sun, afternoon shade, but again, they come in a lot of different colors and it's safe for Fluffy. For those of you who just want some annuals like fillers, I have petunias. Petunias are really good in the sun and they're safe for the dog. And I also have celosia, but they kind of got that exotic look to kind of go like in a pot up or something in the yard where you're trying to get that theme. And again, super easy and it's dog safe. Now for those of you who want trees, you can do crepe myrtles. I didn't bring one because they're not blooming yet, but crepe myrtles are safe. I also have some palms that are safe. This is a ponytail palm. Not all palms are safe. Like sagos are highly poisonous to dogs, so please double check on what type of palm trees you're buying. But ponytail palms are these guys. They're drought tolerant. They're super cool and curly. They get this big bottleneck kind of to them, but these are dog friendly. And then also your pygmy date palms, which I'll show you in a little bit, but it's just like a real lacy, ferny palm that'll get about 6 to 10 feet by 6 to 10 feet, and they do great as well. If you want another thing for privacy, you also have star jasmine, and when Fluffy does his business, it might cover up the smell a little bit, but these guys, they'll definitely grow about 10 feet or more longer, and you can just grow them up on a trellis, or you can grow it as a ground cover. But that's another good smelly summer plant that you can do for your yard. On this cart, I have more partial sun loving plants that are dog friendly. So the first one I want to talk about is cast iron plant. They call it cast iron because it is literally like cast iron. It can do full shade, it's low water, it's evergreen, it can stand really cold temperatures. It's just a really good hardy plant that does really heavy shade. But again, it's dog friendly. It only gets about 2 feet by 2 feet. But that's this. It's also called ASPCA, but it's a great plant. Another option I have is this Lismachia. It's also called Creeping Jenny, but it's just a real pretty lime green. You can put it in a container and it'll spill over. Otherwise, you just put it on the ground and let it sprawl out. But it's gonna do that real nice bright chartreuse pop that really glows in like a shady yard. And I paired it with some New Guinean impatiens. I love these things. They're just super bright, and the bright colors off the dark leaves just gives you like a really pretty contrast. And they come in a ton of different options. I got like purples and pinks and whites and reds, all kinds of colors. So like a coral color. You can also do coral bells. That's these guys. These are semi-evergreen. They come also in a lot of different leaf colors. They get these little bellflowers that are super cute. These are just 2 options, but it's just a good little mounding plant for filler. And then I also have these super beautiful guys. This is called Alstroemeria. Alstroemeria, you usually see them in the grocery store as like cut flowers. They last for a really long time in containers if you want some cut flowers to bring inside. And again, non-toxic to the dog. They do freeze back and come back every year, but a super beautiful plant and it's super reliable. And then if you want to go super tropical, I have your banana tree. Again, they do better in partial sun. They are high water. You do need to fertilize them a little more regularly, but absolutely beautiful. You do want to protect them from the frost. But again, it's dog friendly, gives you a really fun tree. If you want another good tropical option that's like a tree, the pygmy date palm that I mentioned earlier, it's kind of got that lacy canopy. Pull them out for you. But these guys are super pretty. They usually have about 3 trunks to them or more, but it'll only get like 6 to 10 feet, so it's more of like just a little focal point tree that you can put in your yard. That's totally safe for Fido. And then a few other options that I have is the Aurelia. So Aurelia, this is just a little baby one. It's gonna get really big. It'll get about 5 by 5. It'll fill up a big corner if you see something big and chunky in there, and totally safe. And it can do partial or full shade. And then again, I talked about it earlier, but they can do full or partial sun. They're super versatile, but it's sedum again. This is a different variety. This is the blue spruce sedum, and then this is the copper sedum, but super pretty. They can do full or partial, really easy, really drought tolerant. And then one last option, and I know a lot of people wince whenever I say this word, but bamboo is safe for dogs. And this is a clumping bamboo, so it's not super aggressive. It's not going to take over the whole neighborhood. Your neighbors will still like you. This will get about 10 feet tall, and then it does spread, but very slowly. It stays more contained in its spot. The trick is buying bamboo that's listed as clumping bamboo, not running bamboo. So like black bamboo will run and it will take over the whole area. The gold goddess bamboo doesn't do that, or Alphonse Carr if you want a taller one. So just make sure you're paying attention to what variety bamboo you buy. So to find the nearest green acres around you, just look in the descriptions below and find the nearest green acres and come on in and help you find all these awesome ideas that you can do in your yard to keep you and Fluffy safe and enjoy your landscape. And if you like this video, please be sure to like and subscribe so we can make more videos like this one, and happy planting!